Automotive Training and Diagnosis.
De nueva cuenta me encuentro con la marca AMSOIL. Ahora estoy en Guadalajara en una expo que ya sabes es el RUJAC. Sin embargo veo caras nuevas y estoy aquí con Laurent y vamos a platicar con él qué puesto tiene y por qué está aquí en México. Laurent, thanks a lot for these 5 minutes that we are going to have at this interview. Please, Laurent, what is your position in the company AMSOIL?
I'm the Senior Director of the International Department for AMSOIL.
What is the importance in the company?
So, AMSOIL now export product into 90 countries around the world. So outside the US and Canada, we have distributors in 90 countries, including now Mexico with Dirego.
Yes, well, the people, you know, in YouTube, in Facebook, they ask all the time about the brand. They start to know or to notice the brand.
To notice exactly.
Yeah,
That's what we want. Yes.
Okay, and what is the level of importance of Mexico for your brand?
Mexico is going to be very important for AMSOIL because this is really a new market for us. But this is really important because it's our neighbor from the US, and really the proximity make it really ideal to grow the business. And now we have found a very good partner in Dirego. So having a right partner who has an extended distribution network in Mexico is really going to help bring AMSOIL product to all the Mexican consumers.
Okay, and in this fair, how do you feel the people about your brand?
Yeah, this is really a very interesting question because a year ago when we first started to work with Dirego, nobody knew about AMSOIL. And now people are much more interested. They're coming and asking questions. And for us also, it's important to get the feedback from the market to understand what is really special about this market and how can we make our product better for the consumers here.
Okay, understand. So, do you think that the people in Mexico is more interested about the price of the product or the performance of the product? What about the questions that the people share with you?
Absolutely, good question. So, quality is really number one. It's something that it's difficult for people sometimes to try the product because it's expensive and not available everywhere. But when they try AMSOIL once, they're really a customer for the long term. They really enjoy the performance of AMSOIL. So the first challenge is to get people to try it.
Absolutely, yeah. For me as a specialist, I'm so glad to have this level of quality here in Mexico. I really appreciate that you be here, share the time, and to have this time to share with us. What is the future goals or the future plans for AMSOIL in Mexico?
Is to keep growing our sales and make our product more tailored to the market. So to understand, that's why it's important for us to come to these trade shows to understand what are the small differences maybe between consumers in this market versus, let's say, China or the Middle East or Europe. So for example, we are now releasing a 5-liter packaging, which is more friendly to Mexican consumers, where in the US they don't need a 5-liter. So it's to me it was really interesting to see that in Mexico you are okay with quart packaging but not gallon. But so you have the quart and the 5-liter. So it's very unique to the Mexican market. And if you don't come here, it's difficult to appreciate those differences. So that's why I like to come to those shows to learn a little bit about what are the differences, how can we make our product easier for consumers, like having now Spanish labels also, informations, yes.
Oh, that means that now the labels are in Spanish?
The 5-liter packaging that we are introducing is also in Spanish in the back, yes.
Well, but I think that speaks so good about your brand because it's not to move the people to the brand. The brand is moving to the people, right?
Exactly. You have to also do that. Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's good. Very good news,
Yeah.
Laurent. I really appreciate this time, and in the name of all the Mexican consumers, I really thank you to be here in our country.
And I want to thank really our friends here at Dirego who are doing a fantastic job. They are our partner. We have an exclusivity agreement with them, and they've done a really good job building the brand. So we're looking for a really long-term collaboration together.
It's good to know that. Well, Laurent, thanks a lot for this interview. Thank you. Bueno, pues como pueden ver, muy buenos planes que vienen a futuro y lo que está haciendo la marca es de mucho interés. Entonces ya sabes, si estás buscando este producto, lo puedes encontrar en Dirego.